Big Boosie in the building, or should I say outside? I'm in Harlem, live in Harlem, at my boy's store, The Throttle. Once again, it's crazy in New York. I started to go downtown to the courthouse building, but it's like, everything is all finished and done. Ain't no need for me going down there. Everybody just waiting for the outcome. Now they saying that October 3rd they're going to be doing Puff sentencing hearing, which that's what they was in there for today, to figure out what they was going to do. Push it back longer or get it over with. So I've been watching. I guess the favorite podcast newscaster, Tisa Tell. And she was saying that they was trying to push it back, but they said that that Puff, she said Puff lawyers was saying they agree with the judge or whatever decision that they made for October. Whatever, all right, cool. That's cool. I just want to know one thing. I just want to know one thing. The same way she's fighting to go hard to put Puff in jail, not for the things that she was looking at him as, because they said he's a monster, he's, I guess, a woman beater, but he's not charged with none of that. No domestic violence charges up there, the sex stuff and all that. Everybody's seen it clear as day, same way Tisa did in her audience, that a lot of that stuff wasn't true. A lot of that stuff was not the reason that he was in court. A lot of that stuff was the reason why he was acquitted on the most serious charges. And, I don't agree with nobody hitting on no woman. Not at all. Ever. But I don't agree to nobody going to jail for something that they are charged with that's not wrong. That means these people will get paid a salary for putting anybody they want to put in jail when they make up whatever they want to make on them and paint a picture around it just to get a conviction. And that's what happened. And the jury didn't go for it. Tisa was saying the jury must have been drunk, sick, all kind of crazy stuff she was saying about the jury, because they didn't give the reading or the expectations that she was looking for. And the justice system is just that. It's the justice system. So it wouldn't be no justice for a man or a woman going to jail doing 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years for something they did not do or what they are accused of. And that's just simple as that. So I'm not understanding how she or her audience is not seeing that. It's crazy. And now she's saying she's been outed because she was talking too much. She's an FBI agent. She works for the FBI, and she was making jokes here and there. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, like it's cute. But oh well. Anyway, it's just a sad day. The way people think. And they wonder why us as black people can't get ahead. Not only that, I just want to know this. This is one of the most very, very important things I want to know. I want to know, is she going to cover, being that she's the anchor of the year, the big podcast anchor, all the pats she getting on the back? Show us how you are the big anchor of the year, because newscasters cover everything on all issues. Because Abercrombie and Fitch, that are well-known sex traffickers, made men young men do what they want them to do, violated them sexually. I just want to know, is she going to cover their trial? I want to know, how did Abercrombie and Fitch get a $5 million bail and got a chance to get out? And they are considered dangerous as well. Very dangerous. It's a well-known fact. Y'all Google that. So I want to know how they got a $5 million bail and can get out of jail, and Puff couldn't get out with offering $50 million, give up his kids, his whole family passports, and he could have been at home with an ankle monitor. How could he create problems just because he's outside? And he wouldn't have been outside, he would have been at home, confined to his house. But the Abercrombie and Fitch guys are out. We didn't hear about no stipulations. We don't hear her speak one word. We don't hear Tisa Tell speak one word about these Abercrombie and Fitch guys that really did this sex trafficking and doing, you know, all of the sex things to these young men. But they use Puff as a cover-up, so we don't think about the charges that they got, and they are out, and they're saying one of them is so too old that they might not even want to even pursue charging them. Now that could be a rumor, don't start me to lying, but that's what's being said, and it's so quiet, and they out on $5 million bail. Anything is possible. So it might not be a rumor. But I can't understand how a black woman try to bring a man down and send him to jail for something that he didn't do. She was so mad, saying that the prosecution dropped the ball, all kind of stuff. The jury is silly. The jury is crazy. Or like, but she was at first saying she got a good, strong feeling that the jury is going to convict him. Prosecution did a good job. So we confused with this movement that she's pushing. But she's not pushing nothing against another big entity such as Abercrombie and Fitch. How's she not pushing that? Why she's not over there in front of that courthouse exercising her beautiful anchor skills that she possesses? She ain't speaking one word on none of that. If Puff would have got found guilty for them charges, they would have been picking black men off left and right with charges that don't even exist to us as a culture. And she's helping do that. And a lot of people is blinded by what she's doing and smiling and thinking that it's a joke just because what the government did do worked in should I say society or in the media to ignorant thinking people. They show you these videos right after he got locked up, charge him with it. Now you forget about Abercrombie and Fitch, what they did. And you just focus on the one guy who's more out there, more flashier, and Abercrombie and Fitch is laid back but still got the same, if not more money than Puff, to be honest. But they couldn't ignore the fact of what they did, but they charged them with it, and they not going hard on Puff. Nobody in the media is going hard on Abercrombie and Fitch. Nobody. Everybody's focusing on Puff. Focus on Puff. I'm not a Puff fan, so don't say I'm clout chasing. No. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But what I am a fan of is our culture moving forward without us bringing each other down and without us getting on the bandwagon. As soon as we see somebody else say something, we supposed to cling on to it. That's crazy. That's really crazy that this black woman is out here doing that. I don't have no more respect for her, man. I mean, I used to be a fan of her when she was way before this Puff stuff. She was speaking about Puff and things of that nature. Yeah, cool. Speak about him, about what he did to the female. I get it. I would never have nothing bad to say about her if she was doing that. And I still don't got nothing bad to say about her now. I'm just speaking facts. That's all I'm doing, speaking facts. As far as her trying to push this narrative of just he's a monster, he need to go to jail. But prosecutors are not monsters when they charging a person with something that could take the rest of a person's life. That's dangerous. Because our kids be outside every day, go to school, might go to the store. Your kid go to the store. A black kid, police jump out on him and just feel like doing what they want to do to him, and then the prosecutor back the police up in jail while your kid is in jail. And or they out here jumping out on kids and taking their lives. Because they picked one, because they got a quota to make, or they just in a bad mood. Whatever they feel like coming outside to do when they go in that police station and change their clothes into that uniform, they go outside and feel like doing something to any black person that they pick at the time. Any young boy. We got men that got choked out here on these New York streets by police. Choked right in front of the camera, from the back of the neck. We got the other guy, Floyd, man, knee on his neck. That officer got his time, but you got people that's saying advocate for him that to be able to try and get him out of jail, just to even have those words, because even if he got a pardon, he still got state charges. So they can't override the state charge. President can't override state charges. But at the end of the day, you got people that thinks that they are not supposed to go to jail. That